So I decided that we're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm about to leave and go meet up with one of my viewers who is actually not a Miami fan. He's probably one of the biggest Florida State fans that I know.
What?
And I don't know what's about to happen. What's going on, Canes fans? Many of you are probably familiar with the name Joel Davis. He unfortunately roots for the wrong football team, but he is a big contributor on my channel. And he hangs out all the time in the live streams. You know, he likes to trash talk. He likes to have some fun and rep his squad. And he's getting me and a bunch of my viewers seats for the Miami versus Florida State game in 2025 at Doak Campbell Stadium, because they're doing all these renovations and stuff, trying to spruce it up. I mean, he says they're good seats. I don't know how good seats can be at a dump, but it is what it is. And you know, I always told Joel that, hey, if you're ever in my neck of the woods, let's meet up. You know, let's talk some football for a few minutes. Let's hang out. And it just so happens that today he has some business here in Tennessee. And I said, let's make it happen. So I'm going to go meet up with him, but I have a little bit of a challenge for myself for this video. So he's apparently giving me something for the Gators game, some type of prop, and then he brought me some other gifts. So, you know, I can't show up with nothing to give him, right? So what I'm going to do is give him a Coach Coop sticker. I mean, who doesn't want a Miami Hurricanes helmet sticker? I'm going to give him one of these. And then I'm going to give him some Coach Coop and Cane for Life wristbands. I'm sure he'll be really excited to rock these around his Florida State buddies. But here's the challenge. I've got this U sticker. What I'm going to do is at some point, because I don't know what we're going to do here. I think we're going to go like grab a bite to eat or something and just chit chat for a bit. I'm going to challenge myself to put this on something that Joel owns without him knowing. And he's not going to know about it until later on when he watches this video. So maybe his car, maybe a bag that he has, or a backpack, or something. I don't know. But that's what the challenge is going to be for this video. We're going to try to put it on something that he owns. And hopefully he doesn't notice until one of his Florida State buddies notices it and then mentions it to him. And he texts me, he's maybe about an hour out or so, and he sends me a link to something on YouTube. And I was like, okay, what's this about? And he sends me this. Joel, I am not going to listen to that. Why would you send me the FSU fight song? And I hope to goodness that you've not been listening to that for the 7 or 8 hours that it takes you to get to Tennessee, because you're not going to have an appetite. You're going to be sick to your stomach, because I already am, and I just heard 5 seconds of it. There he is. The biggest Miami Hurricanes fan I know.
This is what got me here, Coop.
Oh my gosh.
That's what kept me awake, kept me pushing forward down the interstate.
It's going to be worse than I thought, guys.
I know what's going to happen. You're going to see all this stuff and you're going to go, why did you go crazy spending all this money? But actually the store said this stuff had been sitting there for like 5 years. Nobody wanted it. And I was like, hey, I'll take it. I know somebody that wants that stuff.
I feel like, personally, if you have this much orange and green in your car, you're at least partially a Canes fan.
Well, I even had this. Like I said, this sacred gator head.
Now that's cool. That's cool.
Hopefully, if you want to tick off a Florida fan, you hoist this up in the air and you run around in circles with it, and it drives them crazy. But yeah, this was killed in near LSU. If you remember that school that we decimated and embarrassed 2 years in a row, that's where this gator was killed. But I will give this to you, and hopefully you get to hoist this. If Billy Napier beats you guys, I want this back. You don't deserve.
I think we're running it back, Gator Hater 2.0. We're doing a Florida Gators diss track this season, and I think this right here, we can do something with this. That's gonna be cool.
I even have this as a peace offering to give to you, Coop. Normally, I've done this before. If I give it to someone of the other fan base, normally when I give it to them, they take a knee, but I know you guys don't know how to do that, so we're just going to hand it to him standing up.
I don't want to touch it.
But just something to remember. Put it in the closet with your other Florida State stuff, and no one will know you have it.
That's fair. That's fair. I can do that.
We even have the, yes, I set it on garnet gold to protect it and keep it safe. Because Miami is our little brother, and you protect your little brother. And so this garnet gold blanket protected little brother Miami all the way here. It did its job. We got the Miami/FAMU, whichever one you want to say here.
That's pretty sick.
Also hooked to your Bluetooth. We even have the Coach Coop.
Oh, custom.
Yeah, customized for Coop.
You did bring a lot. Holy smokes.
We have, you probably can't see it, but there is a giant Hurricanes doormat here. I thought about keeping that to wipe my feet on, but I'm going to give it to Coop.
This guy.
We have a customized t-shirt. I'm sorry, that I don't know how that got in there. That was not supposed to be. This is, I'm keeping this. I didn't mean to. I don't know if y'all remember that or not. That was.
I don't know what that means. That's doesn't mean anything to me.
Then we have the Coop.
That's sick.
Mug here as well. Let's see what other goodies we have. We got the Miami pillows.
Heck yeah.
We got the Miami green hoodie.
That's cool. And in small. And in small.
And I brought this from the basketball game, the one where Melissa would not acknowledge I existed. So I figured you could hold that in front of the camera. But yes, I brought you a souvenir. We have the Coach Coop pajamas for Christmas.
I'll rock those. Yep.
Lay back for later. And then we got all kind of other hoodies with as much watermelon putrid
I don't know
colors.
if I've seen. That looks kind of unique and different. Oh, that's clean.
I almost bought you the shoes before I saw the episode of how you hated the shoes. I'm glad you came out with that. That's saving quite a bit of money. We have the old school clock that I mentioned, and yes, it has an M, because back then the bird understood that M is for Miami. So I don't know where the U thing happened, but this was back when the bird could spell. So,
Yeah, and see, I think you had mentioned maybe this clock at some point. It's going to be cool because at some point this is going to be vintage now, where they've reworked the Sebastian logo. So, you know, now his fists are going to be like out of the sleeves. So this is going to be like old school now. That's pretty sick.
And the Band-Aid. That's similar to the Band-Aid that Cam Ward will have on his face when he meets up with DJ Ugly.
Let me ask you real quick. Cam or DJ?
I know it's going to sound like an outing, but Cam for Miami, DJ for Florida State.
No.
We need it. If you fit the right program, I think Cam behind that offensive line is the perfect fit with us. Finally having a guy that can handle a 3rd and 2 and a 4th and 1, because love Jordan Travis, but he's a little small in the body.
Well, and
that's
look,
the thing that DJ can do.
I know you're buttering me up, showering me with gifts here. I've never had a Florida State fan do this before. But I will say that I have even said I think DJ is the perfect fit for Florida State.
There you go.
I'm serious.
Great minds
really.
think alike.
Like, I hope that we handle business, you know, when you guys come down to Hard Rock this season. But I actually think DJ is a good fit.
And
Unfortunately.
Poffenberger Hopper. I think he's a good fit for you
The
guys
Poff.
too. Because if Cam Ward tries to scramble on our defense, you're going to need Poffenberger. Now this next one breaks my heart because he wanted to be a Seminole. But when you got family that is already there, the coaching staff, and your nickname's Hurricane, so you get the right to have that jersey.
There it is. There it is. Mr. Ruben Hurricane Bain. An
The only,
absolute
man
baller.
the only man I'm actually afraid of this year. This one kind of.
Absolute
This is the kind of guy that
baller.
gives you nightmares at night.
We've already been talking about him showing
But
out spring practice day 1.
The thing is, he's not the top player though. If I was to say number 1, it has to be this
Okay.
guy.
Okay.
I think we all know number 5.
I agree. I think I would say that's fair to say because, let's see, Joel, you're probably what? You're taller than me, so you're like, you got to be 6'8", 6'9".
I'm 7'2".
Okay, yeah, because I'm
actually on my knees. You can't tell, but
tall, tan, and handsome, 6'5", 6'6". So, quarterback, I can sling it, you know. That's pretty sick, though, for real. Joel, so I'm not used to recording stuff like this, so
anytime, man.
thank you.
Y'all got to get it done in Gainesville.
I said I'm not used to having gifts thrown at me from a Florida State fan. With that being said, real quick, I brought something for you.
Oh no!
Now I feel
kind of
bad.
Woman I asked for on the last podcast.
I
love crazy women. They're my weakness.
I made some phone calls. As soon as Florida State got brought up, they hung up. So, these are not as extravagant as the gifts you just gave me. However, I think you'll like it. It's not this Miami bag, don't worry. No. Okay. First off, Coach Coop Cane for Life wristbands. If, you know, you could always put duct tape over the Cane for Life part or scribble it out or something, you know. Those are exclusive.
I love it.
Exclusive wristbands. And
the Florida State hat.
the icing on the cake.
Because everyone at home knows you should go ahead and sign that hat.
There you go. For your car. Also for your car. All right, guys, I got it while he wasn't looking. I'll show you, but I won't say anything.
Now I've got another one if you want the blanket.
I'll pass.
Just check it. Not everyone likes winning. Be careful, this fella's the real deal.
Joel and I have a little bit of a bet going down. We need to give some details just in case they missed it. So somehow a Florida State hat ended up in my closet. Don't ask me because I don't know how it got there.
It was an act of God.
Either way,
I stand by supernatural.
what we're gonna do is refresh my memory here.
I made a bet after you lied on your show and told us who the quarterback was going to be. You said TVD. There was no way they would put in the freshman from Milton that we used to go watch. So I'm thinking there's no way they could score more than 10. I said if you score more than 10, which you scored, what was it, 13? It was
something along those lines.
And so we agreed to the 10 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 4 in the section with just they have to see it. Best seats in the house. I got 4 there, and I talked to boosters and said, can you get me 6 by the tunnel so that, you know, they can at least be excited at the beginning. You know, we don't do the giant smoke thing out of the ground and all that, and we don't have the bird that constantly pulls on his beak. All we have is an actual Indian riding on the field with a flaming spear that makes chills run down everyone's spine. That's all we have. But I want them to at least enjoy that part of the show. Because if you don't have fun at the beginning, pregame, you're sure not going to enjoy the rest of what happens. So I thought maybe if they're by the tunnel, they can get out of their system. You can get on TV, and hopefully they won't show their faces in the fourth quarter. You want to see? I want them to show you guys in the first quarter when you actually believe that you can beat Mike Maryville on his home turf.
So the tickets are guaranteed. The tickets that's happening, right?
In.
Okay. But we also have a bet that goes along with this, which is Miami needs to beat Florida this year, right? Right. That's part of it.
Right. Well, that's the limo. If you can beat the Gators, then we will have a limo the night before riding all through the Holy Land, or Tallahassee, some people call it.
Okay. And then
$1,000, 10 pictures of Ben Franklin, my favorite president. We are, and this is a joke for all the people who are going to type in below the comments how dumb FSU people are. But I will count it out to you, Coop. If you want, I can do it. You could be like a stripper, and I'll just make it rain. However you want to do it on camera, $1,000 cash if you can defeat us and we don't win 5 in a row. And then, of course, I wanted the 5 hat that y'all see here in this view. Everyone talks about the 5 hat. And it seems like to me if Coop was so confident, he would have said absolutely. But he said no, which kind of shows where, you know, deep down he knows what's going to happen. We all do. So we're just going to do the FSU hat that Coop wanted to wear. And we're going to have him, you agreed, right? You were going to write, I can't remember, was it?
It started with an N.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Go Knowles and autograph it, and that will be his end of the bargain.
In
It's
person.
official.
In person.
Hard-earned cash up for grabs. One or the other will exchange hands. You better be there to see it. Even if you don't have one of the 10 tickets, you need to be there to see it.
Easiest bet of my life. Easiest bet of my life. Easy money. I need to title this video How to Make Money 101 or How to Scam a Florida State Fan.
I want to make a video called Welcome to Your Worst Nightmare Coop.
All right, we're going to end this video. All right, we're going to go grab a bite to eat at Texas Roadhouse, talk some football for a bit, but good news, he doesn't know. He didn't notice it.
Your only show, if you could say Go Knowles for his show, do you mind being on camera? I don't want to.
Or, wait. You could say Go Canes, which is the good guys. So he's representing the bad guys.
Go Knowles or Go Canes? Go Knowles. Is that good? Is that good enough? Or Go Canes? How about both? Go.
You can pick both. That's
Okay,
not. You can.
I like
Get around.
everyone's winning.
Just don't say Go Gators. That's really. We have to disown you then. We have to call for man.
One thing we can all agree on. Nobody likes the Florida Gators.
And I finished my close to 40-ounce steak. That was the competition, is my understanding.
And I have a bite left of a 6-ounce steak. And I will say, for the record, Joel and I decided that we would arm wrestle for who had to pay the bill, and I won, so he paid.
This is not a special camera effect. This is real. He is not doctoring it. That is real. What you're seeing there, and it's natural.
Well, no, but I mean, I won the arm wrestling, so you had to pay.
Oh,
because you lost.
okay, I'll give you that.